What up, my devil? Sensei-tutum here with another video for you. So, first public video of the year. Today, you see the title, Anatomy of a Trade. We're going to talk about the higher level Elliott Wave concepts that resulted in a very high quality entry for a short trade on Tesla. Even though we're in a bit of a sideways mess, we're in a bit of a murky area. And yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about here, and that's sort of how I try to teach Elliott Wave. Just in case you guys don't know, I'm sensei-tutum from TradeDevils.com, as you see on the screen there, at sensei-tutum on Twitter. At Trade Devils, we teach our trading method, analysis techniques, the Elliott Wave, trading algorithms, market algorithms, and market geometry, specifically the pitchfork, and the way that those confluence and create beautiful ways to analyze the markets and trade based upon. So yeah, you probably see that if you're on crypto Twitter or even crypto YouTube, you probably see people say things like the golden corner pocket, or trading Elliott Wave with algorithms and pitchforks. But just so you know, if you're paying somebody to learn that kind of crap, you're paying an imposter. The person who coined it and started it, he didn't create any of these analysis techniques. They're all super old, 50 plus years or so for all of them. But he didn't come up with them, but he put them together in a way that is not, no one else had been doing, combining trading algorithms, Elliott Wave, and pitchforks. Sam, Trade Devil, and that's even where his name comes from, right? Trade Devil, Pitchfork Devil. It's not because he's, some satanic worshiper. In fact, I don't know his preferences in that area, but I would imagine it's quite the opposite. So yeah, that's what we do, and if you want to learn it from the OGs, come to us. And my specific thing over there is higher quality Elliott Wave, higher level, because I am a CWEA-M with the EWI, the most reputable Elliott Wave organization out there, although I think Trade Devil should be, but that's just me. I think we teach it far better than they do, but I'm CWEA, Certified Elliott Wave Analyst - Master, meaning based on them, I am qualified to teach this to you, unlike probably anywhere else that you're learning it. I'm not always going to draw the audience, because as you can see right here, this chart doesn't even have Elliott Wave labels, and most of the Elliott Wave audience wants to see pretty labels, and that's all they care about. But I'm more about teaching you how to do this thing. And so yeah, it's 3 minutes in. Let's go ahead and dive into this quickly, make it a fairly short video. Going to start trying to release more videos this year and keep them all 10 minutes or less. So we're already 3 in. Let's see if I can talk about this in 7 or less. And the whole point of this is that not only is there a trade that you could still potentially get into, but why is it such a high quality trade? Why was it such a high quality trade? Because as you saw from that chart that we were just looking at, it's already well in our favor. So depending on how you trade this, you're already well in profit if you were a member and saw this and took it at the time of posting. I also posted this same video for the members last week, but it was very timely on our re-entry here, which now pre-market hours and we're gapped down, so not as high quality. Feel fine putting this out on YouTube. Anyway, why was it so high quality when we still have there's a potential that it's just such a sort of a weird non-trending market? It's sideways. This is some of the best ways to trade Elliott Wave, in my opinion. So one thing to know about Elliott Wave, and I can't get too in the weeds because of the time frame of the video, is that it's a fractal theory, right? So this could be potentially one fractal, right? And to me, it would be an unfinished fractal, and that's how we're basing this trade. Then this could be another fractal. Then this is a fractal. Then this is a fractal. This is a fractal. And then internally inside of that, this is a fractal. And really the way that it works, this is a fractal, is that each fractal is divided up by infinite number of fractals. It's just the only limitation is how far down do you have the resolution to see. And there's a lot of things that different charts that determine that we can't get into here, but we do over in the Discord all the time. But yeah, so you just have to be able to understand the fractal nature of the market to trade Elliott Wave and how to use it to your advantage. At that largest fractal, there may be a bit of uncertainty, which, you know, depending on your quality, your skill level with Elliott Wave, you may or may not agree there. I think the better you are, the less you would agree. I would say it's sort of a high quality pattern playing out. But where there was uncertainty was when we had 3 swings down. And I'll let you go ahead and subdivide that up yourself. And then we had 3 swings up, very bullish looking, very bullish looking. Now, I'm not saying that this, obviously, if you had shorted here, that would have been a good, you know, would have worked out for you. But I don't, you know, I don't see that that was a high quality setup at all, like this short, because if it, you know, at the time that this was playing out, it gave no indication before it just totally dipped that it wasn't a 3 in play. And that's the thing about an X wave often. So this is probably an X wave, is that they're sucker waves. If you longed on here, you were a clear sucker. Now, of course, there was other things that you could have done based on what I would teach you, that you would have been in and out of the market, taking profit there. But that's not for this video. So we had 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then it turned against us. But what did it do? It gave us super clear subdivision on an impulse down. And doesn't have to do this, just makes life a little bit easier, right? So super clear subdivision on an impulse down at, I changed the color, a different degree than what these two are. Now, if you disagree that this and this are the same degree, that's fine. That's on you. I think that you need to learn the theory a little bit more. But there are different contextual events where, you know, this could very well be a different degree than this. But if you know, like I just told you, these are sucker waves, and they're usually more swift. But look at them; they're same, they're similar in price, not so much in time. In any event, what we know now is that we have a little bit more complexity underway. That this was not an adequate retracement of this, you know, big bullish move that we're correcting, right? So what happens? We need to correct some more. So that means that this is a lower degree. When we go counter trend to that degree, if you trade the trade devil's method, you're always, you know, you're putting your money in the market when it's moving against you. You know, that's definitely counter to the way there's a lot of places out there that teach you to trade. But that's how we do it, right? And we knew that we had a counter trend move to our impulse. So now we have and we have the larger degree pattern that suggests that we should be coming back to test at least this level of lows. And we'll go ahead and wick this off, right? Because that's, you know, what a sideways style of correction would indicate, right? That we should at least come back down here to test that. So we have you know, when we have this impulse down, we have at that point, and it starts to correct, we have a very high quality scenario where we can trade to this region. And then we see a corrective move complete in the opposite direction. Magnifique. So right now we're looking to continue down to that area. The highest quality, you know, if you took this short, you're already well in profit. Then if you one of the members that I had done a video, so the chart I first posted was here, then I did a video for members there, and if they were to trade pre-market, they would have been in already. But who knows what this does? Maybe this comes back up. Maybe this is a B wave or an X wave of some sort. We come back up, off or down. It's always best to get in here first when you have these sort of setups. It's, you know, not to discourage you from getting in later on. When you see it, you see it, right? But if you're in here when you have this super beautiful impulse down and the 3, you know, and it goes in your direction, then I'm just, no matter what happens down here, I've got more wiggle room, right? Because my entry, my cost basis is up here. You know, I can look to add to my position. I can look to do a lot more things. It gives me a lot more flexibility. Sometimes it's good, you know, like for instance, in this short, like I said, if you short it from here, clearly you're in the best position. But there's not enough certainty at that level, right? So once you get, you know, the quality high enough by, you know, price going in your direction a certain degree, certain amount, is when, you know, it then becomes advantageous to be in. Up here, it's not as advantageous. Down here, it's not as this is the sweet spot. This is why this is the most high quality trade. And typically, I reserve the highest quality trades for longs. Why? because this is the natural direction of markets, right? So if this is the natural direction of markets, don't you think the highest quality of a trade should be in the direction of the natural direction of markets? In any event, based on the combination of our theory and the things that we do, pitchforks, algos, and Elliott Wave, we're looking for first profit take, the highest quality profit take. We'll probably be back again at this median, but really at this algo level, and based on this chart. What happened? I just clicked this. There we go. $924.87. And that's the, I would say, very conservative safe target. You have your extreme down here, and it could very well go well beyond that if this turns into something more than just finishing a double three. And again, I haven't even placed labels on this chart for you yet, because that's not what I wanted you to focus on. But we'll say the safest play is to play it like this. And I'm not telling you to hold on for it, but maybe, just maybe, it turns into something instead of finishing up like this. Maybe it turns into an impulse, or this is a 1, 2, 3 down here. So there's not a ton of certainty, but we could, and that's why there's no reason to even talk about it when we're talking about the ideas of this trade, right? So there's uncertainty, but we can trade very high quality trades within that uncertainty. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna try to do more content like this, and I guarantee you don't find content like this as far as Elliott Wave is concerned anywhere else. And of course, we're always going to mix in the algos and the geometry, and those are, each one of those pillars of the trade devil analysis can stand on its own. Doesn't need anything else. You can trade it by itself, and that's what's so great about it. And that's why so many people knock it off, on Twitter and in their own groups and things like that. So just know that if you're learning that anywhere else, you learn it from you're not learning it from the master himself, Trade Devil Sam. I'm not him either, but I work for him. So all right, boys, happy new year. Toot out.